everybody, Josh Jr. here for another in-shop adventure. This adventure today, you're going to help me make decisions on some of this Jasper and agate to put in my next tumbling batch. So what I'm going to do is some of these I'm going to be making decisions on, and some I will set aside and ask your opinion of. And it'll show you what I'm going to reject immediately, and then I'm going to give you some options. What should I do with a particular rock? And I have no preconceived notions off of what it is here. I just pulled these out, and I thought, you know, this would be a good idea. I want to roll this stuff. Now this, if memory serves me correctly, came from Douglas County, Oregon. We got a lot of material from down in that area, and when I was there, I picked up some just surface fine tumbler stuff. Not a shovel was turned to pick this stuff up. It was all on the surface, just walking around picking it up. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will ask your guys' opinion if I need it, or when I need it. Not if, when, because I have a feeling there's going to be some interesting stuff in here. So again, this just the simple stuff is going to be easy to tell. That's regular red Jasper, no problem, that goes in. This one here, and granted, it's dirty. I don't care. The first round of grit's going to clean it all up, and it'll be fine. I don't like that one. Yeah, it has a little bit of agate in it, but not much. That's a reject. That's a reject. Way too light, doesn't feel right. Boy, I've got a lot of rejects. Another reject. Almost feels like sandstone. I don't know why we even bothered to pick it up. Here's a piece of agate. And to find out for sure if it is, put it over here. And you're going to get blinded. Can you see how it was partially translucent right there? Hopefully you can. There you go. Now you can see that. So that goes to show that's agate. Another piece of Jasper. Another piece of Jasper with sparklies. Okay. This is the first one. What would you guys do with this one here? Leave it as is or go ahead and tumble it? It's a good tumbler size, but it's got a nice, neat, sparkly area in there. And I can tell that you guys can see that. What do you think? First one. Okay, this one here, I believe is Carnelian agate. Yes, it is. You can actually see the red there. Hopefully you can see it. Sorry, I should have thought this through better with the lighting on that. But here's the problem. Even with my technique, this is going to be a nightmare to polish because of all these pores. So would I cut this on the trim saw, throw it in as is, or reject it? So rock number 2, what would you guys do? Tell me. Something interesting, don't know what it is. That gets thrown in there. Reject. Again, another reject. A simple piece of Jasper, kind of rough, but that's okay. Now this is a busy piece. It's got some common opal in it. And it's got some Jasper. Based on how I feel that right there, I'm not going to ask you guys' opinion. This here is awfully rough. It's just not right. Doesn't feel like it's going to do anything. So, reject, rock garden. Another very rough piece. Reject, rock garden. Hopefully you can see the sheen on that one. That one there is going to be an agate, so that's a keeper. Oh, you can look at on this one here. So that's a reject, rock garden. I don't know how all these rejects got in here. This is going to be a tough one because this concave hole in there, that in most cases will not polish. So I could reject it, or I could slab it, or cut it on the trim saw. What would you guys do? So that's rock number 3. Piece of Galaxy agate. Ah, another Carnelian piece. Let's turn this on. Not much in the way of Carnelian there. So, sorry, keep holding it too close. I'm used to my other camera when it comes to showing the stuff off, that I can really close in and focuses in on it really good for you guys. I might have to put this GoPro up for the in-shop stuff. That is, oh, by the way, I rejected that one. That is agate. Reject. I think that's Jasper. No, it's got agate. It's got agate in it. You can see it right there. I hope you can see it. So that's a keeper. Kind of rough. Small one, that'll work. You need all size stuff in there. Okay. Now this one here looks like it's got some of that real rough host material that I've been rejecting. It also has some agate. So would you throw it in as is, or run it on the trim saw? See, if you throw it in as is, much of this would get ground off by the coarse grit. Or would you want to just help the coarse grit out and follow that agate line on both sides as best you can on a trim saw and cut it off? Tell me. That's rock number 4. That is an agate. That's really good. Another agate. Jasper. That's going to turn out to be pretty nice. If I can make it in there. Here's something that's different. And it's got druzy in it. I hope you can see that. So what'd you do with that? Leave it as is, or go ahead and tumble it? It's rock number 5. Now this one's awfully rough. It does have some Carnelian in it. Trim it up or throw it in there. Let me know. That's rock number 6. That could get thrown in there. I don't see an issue with that. Jasper. That's agate. So I thought. But there's no translucent light coming through it. Well, it's going to get tumbled anyway. And again, can you see that right here? Yeah. Yep, that's agate. Reject. Reject. That is Jasper. Agate. So, you know, it takes time to go through this stuff. Definitely Jasper on that one. Agate. Yeah, that's questionable. You can also look at this other buck over here too. Yeah, that's a piece of petrified wood there. Should we tumble it or not with this batch? It's going to get tumbled, but should we tumble it with this batch or save it itself? So that's rock number 7. So there you go. I'm going to leave it at that. I want you guys to tell me what you think we should be doing with these rocks. And I am not going to start this batch until afterwards. And I will put all these in one barrel. And we'll try to keep track of what you guys decide, even if you decide to tumble or not. See, another nice one to tumble. But I go through this decision-making process on every rock. I sit out here in the evenings and I go through every one. And so it does take me a little bit longer when I'm talking to you guys because I want to explain my thought process. Now this one here, I'd probably want to cut that piece there off on the trim saw. Or chip it off with a hammer. Or drop it and break it and see if it's worthwhile. Now, it still needs more attention. But the small piece gets thrown in. That's junk. That gets thrown in. That's junk. That's a good one. You can see the shine on that one there where it was broken. It is. Can't really tell. I think it's agatized jasper or something like that. Jasp agate. So, now you understand some of my thinking that goes on here. That one's going to turn out pretty cool. And what's one more question? Should I roll this my first cycle in 60-90? Or should I go ahead and be a little bit more aggressive with the 4670 grit? Tell me in the comments below. So once you guys go, looking forward to your input to see what you guys would do with these. I've got these 7 rocks. Again, that one there with the sparkly stuff on it. This Carnelian with all the deep crevices. Again, with this piece here, should we cut off this end of it or throw it in there as is? Should we cut along the agate lines on that one? I think I kind of gave you an idea what I'm going to do with that one. What about this one here with all the cute little druzy on it? Should we throw it in, keep it, not tumble it? And this one here with the big concave in it. Should we trim it with the saw or should we just leave it as is and throw it in there? And the piece of petrified wood, should we throw that in or tumble it separately. Okay, looking forward to your responses. For now, just remember, everyone's life is an adventure. Then there's mine, out here in a very cold shop, working on figuring out what I'm going to do with all of this tumbling material with your guys' help. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!